So the green light waves, green light waves, green light flashes. If it was green flag, it would wave. Okay, let's have a look at the grid for Junior Rotax. Heat 4, Groups B versus D, race 12 of the meeting. On the front row, it's going to be Jaden Thien and Vinnie Phillips from the Netherlands and the United Kingdom, respectively. Janis Diak and Charlie Hart, representing Germany and UK, on row 2. Boluet from Belgium and Mikkel Pedersen from Denmark. Tom Braken from Belgium and Job Briefeld from the Netherlands in row 4. Denmark's William Heldstrand and Poland's Colin Ważny round out the top 10. Mikey Porter from Great Britain and Montego Masson from Germany round out the top 12 positions on the grid. It's Netherlands and France on row 7 with Julian Kloosman and Thomas Kaas, Thymen Huben and Milo Kaskinen. That is row 8 for the Netherlands and Finland, respectively. Greta Rosen from Sweden in 17th is due to have Maximilian Schreier from Germany alongside. Not too sure if Schreier is going to start from the pre-grid. And it's Christopher Ornborg from Denmark, Jimmy Kokalainen from Finland, Daniela Chernega from Belarus, and Benjamin Van Hees from the Netherlands. So once again, 7 minutes on the timer. So 7 minutes on the clock. Red lights are ignited on the starting gantry. And we will be good to go, hot to trot, as they say, when the drivers line up and get themselves ready to go racing. So Jaden Thien back after a lengthy spell. Tom Braken, this is his first Rotax event in a year. When I spoke to him and his mum Anne-Marie earlier on this weekend. And Maximilian Schreier is a confirmed non-starter, I'm afraid. So 22 becomes 21. So the drivers steel themselves. They get ready as we brace ourselves for the following onslaught that's going to unfold before our very eyes. Out of the final corner they come. They split. They head into the tram lines. Revs rise. Are we ready? We are. Lights out straight away in racing. And Thien gets a good hold shot. And Janis Diak trying to go up the inside of him. As it's 2 by 2. Hurrah a little bit further back. I think one of the other drivers was trying to get through for second position, but it's all for themselves. But Jaden Thien's got the run through. Vinnie Phillips dropped down to 4th position behind Janis Diak, but has got back up into 3rd place. And it looks like, I think Charlie Hart is up into 2nd. The Brit is, and he's being followed by Phillips. Into turn 7 off of the Europolon, so Charlie Hart has gotten ahead of Vinnie Phillips. And now these two Brits, followed by the likes of Janis Diak as Phillips sends it up the inside of Hart going through turn 10. Nice change of position between the pair of them through turn number 10 for 2nd place. Janis Diak has got the ringside seat at the moment. Mikkel Pedersen, Boluet, Job Briefeld in the mix too. And Briefeld's got ahead of Louet. As you can see, the mechanics anxiously looking on from the gantry just off of the exit of the final corner. Move a little bit further back. Julian Kloosman from the Netherlands, I think, got ahead of Thomas Kaas. That will be for 12th place on the road. As now the lead changes, Vinnie Phillips ahead of Jaden Thien. But Thien, I know very, very well indeed, will not give that up. And the Dutchman goes back up the inside through into turn 7. Neatly done. But Vinnie Phillips back on the counter-attack through turn 8. And now this is bringing back Charlie Hart into the mix. And along with this, there will be Janis Diak and Mikkel Pedersen. Vinnie Phillips again retakes, now goes through. He's done the move like he did on Charlie Hart a lap ago. And now gets back into the lead ahead of Jaden Thien. Thien now reasserts himself, counter-attacks, and Charlie Hart gets up the inside of Vinnie Phillips and gets through. Janis Diak's got through as well, and now Charlie Hart trying to go for the lead, and Jaden Thien not letting him go through, but Hart forces the issue. Thien runs wide, Phillips runs wide, Diak round the outside of Vinnie Phillips, going through turn number 4. Is he going to get through for 3rd? He does! Brilliant move by Janis Stiak, just carried the momentum through. And here comes Colin Vajny of all people. He's just got past Montego Masson. And also, in the process, Job Breedveld, Charlie Hart hits the front. Is he going to start flying away into the distance? We'll see about that one. We've still got 4.5 minutes still to go. And look at the train of carts. It's first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth. Make that the top 10, because here is Tom Bracken. You could even factor in Julian Klausmann, Mikey Porter actually. Imagine that. Mikey Porter's going to be an 11-cart scrap for the lead of the race and also ultimately the victory. Lap 3, Charlie Hart leads from Jaden Thien. Third is Vinnie Phillips, as now Thien goes back up the inside to retake the lead on lap number 4 through turn 2. Phillips looks up the inside of Hart, gets through on turn 3. Janis Stiak trying to bump on the curbs, can't get through on turn 4. And now Vinnie Phillips and Charlie Hart. Oh, tangle between Hart and Phillips. And Thien has got absolutely nowhere to go. He's been pinned in. It's like a pit box maneuver in the United States as Stiak bumps over the curbs. Hart trying to get past. Mikkel Pedersen's there. So is Job Breedveld. Colin Vajny waiting to pick up the pieces. And Bracken and Marson are side by side through the exit of turn number 8. And Mikey Porter has jumped in the fray as well. Vajny up the inside of Breedveld through turn 10. And, bit of a touch. I think that was between Jaden Thien and Job Breedveld coming out of turn 10 into 11. The fireworks have been set off, and they're not the regular ones. They're the Chinese variety, where they literally multiple bangs in a matter of seconds. That's exactly what we've got going on here. Bollouet fending off the likes of Jaden Thien, Tom Bracken, Mikey Porter, amongst others. And then you've also got the 208. Thomas Cass from France is also in the mix there too. Mikey Porter up the inside of Jaden Thien. Tom Bracken's not too far behind. And here comes the cavalry. Christopher Ornball and Thamen Huben up with them as well. Huben's made an overtake. And now he's got Thomas Cass just up ahead to deal with. Then there's Mikey Porter with 2.5 minutes still to go, plus an additional lap. The cannon fodder that has been fired over this circuit is absolutely mind-blowing. Thien and Bracken battling for position. Vinnie Phillips is leading, and he's leading by a country mile. And he's gotten away. He's got away from Janis Stiak, and more importantly, Tom Bracken's gotten up the inside of Jaden Thien. I think Thomas Cass has got through too. Mikkel Pedersen is closing in on Charlie Hart for what is third place on the road, as now Bollouet has Job Breedveld getting past through turn 2. That's for 7th position on the road. Hell hath no fury like fire and brimstone, and it's plentiful here. We still have 1 minute and 43 seconds to go. So the battle for third position well and truly on, and that is being led by... it's no longer being led by Charlie Hart, because Denmark's Mikkel Pedersen now has got past the Brit for P3. Colin Vajny has really unlocked something. I think KR Sport have really worked the magic with the young Pole. As out of the final corner, Vinnie Phillips now has the lead. What's the lead going to be? Nearly 1.3 seconds, and sets the fastest lap of the race in the process. 56.113. Before that, it was Colin Vajny. As there's Job Breedveld up the inside of Montego Masson to now take 6th position. Bollouet has got the ringside seat in 8th. And also, in the meantime, Miska Kaskinen from Finland is being able to stay with them. And Kaskinen now up from 16th up into 9th place. As we still have 45 seconds on the clock to go. Thamen Huben looking to try and move up the order. It has been a bit of a difficult race for Jaden Thien, who is ahead of the 232 from GKS Levens Power. And Benjamin Van Hees in the 293 is just behind the 232. Jeroen Kloosman rounds out the top 17. So all 21 drivers, which is rounded out by Finland's Jimmy Kokalainen, are still running. 17 on the clock to go. Phillips has a lead of nearly 1.3 seconds ahead of this battle for second place on the road as Bollouet gets past Montego Masson. That is for 7th position on the road through turn 2. As the timer now hits 0. Pedersen up the inside of Stiak through turn 6. There's Charlie Hart waiting in the wings, waiting to pick up the pieces. And now the timer has hit 0, so next time around, Vinnie Phillips will get the final lap board. Mikkel Pedersen in second place. There is Vinnie Phillips in the 287 from the United Kingdom. It's going to bring them on to start the 9th and final lap. But this battle for second, third, fourth and fifth between Pedersen, Stiak, Hart and Vajny is going to carry on. Job Briefeld, unfortunately, is not close enough to be part of it as Charlie Hart, gets the old elbows out there. Well, there we go. Got through on Janis Stiak going through turn number 2, and now Colin Vajny waiting for his chance to strike. And Vajny up the inside through turn 6. Sideways goes the Polish driver, and he gets through. So Janis Stiak drops from second to third, fourth, now fifth place. As Vinnie Phillips making his way through into turn 9 for the last time of this race. 2 more heats for Ginny Rotax after this one. And on the final lap, here we go. Vinnie Phillips, the 287 from the United Kingdom with Strawberry Racing out of the final corner. Vinnie Phillips wins here at Karting Genk. Looks over his right shoulder and sees that Mikkel Pedersen is a cool 1.2 seconds behind in second position. Charlie Hart and Colin Vajny managed to round out the top 4 with Janis Stiak from Germany completing the top 5 at the end of that one. But Vinnie Phillips kept his cool, kept his composure and made sure that it counted. And what's more, that makes it 2 Brits in the top 3 in that race. Absolutely brilliant work there by Vinnie Phillips, but also credit where credit is due. So let's have a look at the results, shall we? A win for the UK's Vinnie Phillips in the 287 ahead of Mikkel Pedersen. Charlie Hart makes it 2 Brits in the top 3, rounds out the top 3 ahead of Colin Vajny, Janis Stiak, Job Briefeld, Monty Gomassen, Tom Braken, Milo Kaskinen and Mikey Porter completing the top 10. Jaden Thien would finish 11th after all of that drama that unfolded ahead of Boluet, Damon Huben, Julian Klausmann, Christopher Ornball, Thomas Kans, Greta Rosen, William Helgstrand, Danila Chernega, Jimmy Kokalainen and Benjamin Van Hees running at the 21 that started the race, and unfortunately Germany's Maximilian Schreier did not start.